monitor that as we start the third quarter. Anunoby on the curl, nearly lost it. It'll be Hart on the outside, who had an efficient 10 points and 7 rebounds in the first half, and picks up where he left off with a 3.
Right there, CJ was playing a game of chicken. I guess he got caught in the crossfires because Hart said, no hesitation, I'll knock down this 3.
His first 3 of the night gives him 13. He's a plus 19 in the box score. McCollum can't respond, and Towns collects the board. New York has been an elite fourth quarter team. Can they extend the lead here in the third quarter? Deep one. Towns sticks it.
Oh, Anthony Towns shooting that one from 55th and 7th Avenue.
Now the largest lead for New York, only momentarily, as Johnson finally gets a field goal on the board.
Yeah, maybe that can open up the rest of his game. Being decisive, getting downhill, attacking the basket, getting the layup to go.
New York led by 11 in the first quarter. Atlanta took a 1-point lead in that second quarter, but the flurry to end the second quarter and now to start this third quarter helped to bridge that gap a little bit further. And now it's another bucket for Josh Hart to give him 15 points in 20 minutes of action.
And when Josh Hart is scoring like this, it's just a bonus for the Knicks. He does everything on the court.
Tip in goes for Johnson.
Yeah, and there you go. When Johnson gets one bucket, the second one becomes easier. And you see right now the adjustment for the Hawks was put Johnson as a primary ball handler, pause, and get him to get screens so he can get Hart off of him and be a decision maker.
Towns, and a foul away from the basketball. Alexander Walker was dealing with Brunson away from the ball. But it's going to be Jalen Johnson, certainly vocal through this game and to start this second half. Expected his team to come out with a certain level of urgency, play the right way offensively, play their brand of basketball. He said that was really what they got away from, especially late in that third, fourth quarter in game one, was they just stopped playing their style of basketball. It feels like they're good enough to compete if they can continue that for 48 minutes.
You want to see Johnson strike fast right there before the traffic comes, because now he has way more eyes on him.
They'll sag off on Daniels. Alexander Walker couldn't make him pay from the outside. Outlet pass too high for Brunson, out of bounds. Towns with the right idea, just couldn't execute.
Love that Towns is trying to advance the pass.
How he can facilitate for his teammates. McCollum sneaky inside.
And McCollum thought it was going to be an and one. He got some contact.
Hart using the body, but he couldn't finish it. Towns collects and scores.
The big cat fighting for the offensive rebounds. Gets one to go there.
Good pass. Johnson to Okongwu.
The pace has picked up. Both teams very aggressive.
In theory, that favors Atlanta, who is 5th in pace in the NBA through the regular season. Knicks were 25th in that category. And Anunoby stops and slams. Attacking the rim with reckless abandon.
Attacking the rim and coming off the rim like Prince in the Chappelle show.
Game blouses. No basket interference. Meanwhile, that's not a good sign. OG Anunoby, who's been dealing with that ankle, just looked like he landed awkwardly on it. And took his time as he got back up. He twisted it again after he had an issue with it. The left ankle in the penultimate game of the regular season, and then twisted it again in game one. As Brunson couldn't score, Okongwu just picked up his 4th personal foul. But this is what we're going to keep an eye on. OG Anunoby meaning so much to this team on both ends of the floor, as Daniels drove through conference finals last season as well, with huge moments late in games. Drive and kick, open look. Gay comes up short. Hart off and running. Brunson relocates. On the drive, the hesitation for 2, no, he missed it, and Towns again on the cleanup duty. Timeout, Quinn Snyder. The Knicks come alive to start the third and extend it to their largest lead of the night. Out on an open look from the 3. And now New York doing what they did at the end of the third, into the early fourth in game one, and extending their lead here in the second half. Brunson on Gay. Oh, the hesitation, the in and out. Gay rejected him, but not before a foul.
Brunson's start-stop, the way he can just stop on a dime and get you dancing, the in and out going left, slows his body down to allow you to make a mistake. And so now Atlanta is finding success with going side, middle pick and roll. They're testing the low man of the Knicks defense where they're allowing the roller to play 2-on-1.
Brunson quietly up to 15 points. Towns with 11. All 5 starters for the Knicks in double figures. 7 to shoot now for New York. It's Bridges on the attack. Spray it out. Anunoby with 3. Anunoby to the rim, no. Tip in, yes. Karl Anthony Towns has been a man possessed on the offensive glass. 22 second chance points for New York compared to just 7 for Atlanta. Johnson gets into the paint. Finds the open man. Alexander Walker can't finish, but a loose ball foul is going to go against Josh Hart. And that'll be his first.
Watch Karl Anthony Towns. He follows up OG.
Walker can't hit the 3. Weak side of rebound to Hart. Leak out Bridges. He couldn't find him in time. So Bridges will fan out for an open look. You think 7 offensive rebounds for 2 players for New York, 3 total for Atlanta. Long strides. Johnson got the bump and the bucket. Has a chance at 3 as he finally sees another one go through with the contact. And a little shaken up after the play.
But Noah, look how he gets downhill. Look how he attacks the basket. He's just weaving through traffic. When he plays with that force, that's the mental adjustment.
Walker stepping up on Brunson again. Screen comes from Robinson. Bradley has to step up in his coverage. 8 to shoot. Brunson, step away. That's absurd.
He is just too good. You can't play him one-on-one any better. Great defense, better offense.
Kuminga right at Towns. Towns stood his ground. Kuminga comes up short. Brunson back the other way. Under 5 to play in the 3rd largest lead here. But Brunson turns it over. McCollum in the open court. Felt the contact, tried to put it up, but they're going to call it on the floor. I mean, how would you guard this, Jamal?
H-E-L-P, help. Because he is just...
This time he will get free throws. But to your point, there's a reason this guy was the clutch player of the year and had so many iconic moments in that run last year in the postseason.
And there's a reason that analytics kind of go out the window in playoff season. As C.J. McCollum actually pulled a Brunson on a Brunson. Brunson stops on a dime like that.
If shorter player, and then as he grew into his body and developed at his time at Lehigh, eventually had that explosive performance in the tournament with a 30-plus point explosion against Duke to take them down in that incredible upset in the 1st round. And has made his way to an elite scorer in the NBA. Same with Jalen Brunson, who's got every trick in the bag.
And right now, Atlanta's going to have to pull out one of their tricks out their bag because he is picking them apart with single coverage no matter what they do. They're just going to have to double it and get out of his hand.